Hey guys, Blaze Gamer here, back with another YouTube video, and today we're going to be talking about the Robert Whittaker versus Kelvin Gastelum card that went down last night. It's going to be breaking down some of the fights, so let's jump straight into it. So the first fight on the main card was Piena versus Alexander Munoz. Now Piena looked very good in this fight, showed a good variety of striking and kicks. He looked very sharp coming into the second and third round. First round it took him a while to get his feet going, but he looked very sharp throughout the fight. Alexander Munoz, I believe this was his UFC debut, very impressive record, 6-1 I believe. So yeah, he looked very good in this fight, landed several takedowns on Piena. You know, he arguably could have won the fight. He landed some very clean shots on Piena that definitely hurt him. So it was a very even fight, very close fight. A great win for Piena, very good to see him back in the win column. You know, he's definitely got a really cool personality, so I look forward to just seeing how he grows in the UFC. But the next fight we had was Tracy Cortez versus Justine Kish. Now this was another very entertaining fight. Tracy Cortez, very good grappler, really showed it in this fight. She landed several takedowns on Justine Kish, got some very vicious ground and pound too. Definitely were times where it looked like she was going to possibly finish the fight, but I say Justine Kish really showed her experience, showed that she was the UFC vet. You know, her striking looked very good, at her foot movement she looked very methodical, and very, you know, she was very patient, very strategic. You know, she didn't waste her shots. When she did land shots, they were hurting Tracy Cortez, backing her up. So she definitely got the respect. It was a very, very close fight, very even. As I say, it could have gone either way. Good win for Tracy Cortez. Is a good test for, you know, as I say, Justine Kish, very experienced. Good vet. Tracy Cortez, just sort of up and coming, trains with Henry Cejudo's brother, so, you know, a good corner. So I look forward to seeing where Tracy Cortez goes next. You know, this is in the flyweight division, so the Shevchenko division, so very competitive. As I say, very entertaining fight. Good win for Tracy Cortez. But moving on to the next fight, we had Abdul Razak Alhassan versus Jacob Malkoun. Now this is a bit of a weird fight. I honestly thought it'd be a standing bang. I thought it would be, you know, two dudes wanting to really take each other's head off, but it was a very smart fight from Jacob Malkoun. He basically just sort of took him down every chance he could, never really gave Abdul Razak Alhassan a chance to stand. He just sort of, as I say, took him down one after the other. Didn't really do too much on the ground, didn't really land too much ground and pound, just as I say, just sort of clinched him, just sort of held him to the ground and just neutralised that power, because, you know, whenever they were standing and banging, you could definitely tell Abdul Razak Alhassan definitely had the strength advantage. He looked huge, you know, he looked very big at the weight class. He even possibly could even go up to light heavyweight, he's that big. So as I say, a bit of a lackluster performance from Abdul Razak Alhassan, but as you know, as we've seen, I think that will definitely be the approach that fighters take when they fight him next. You know, he doesn't really have a good ground game, that he didn't really seem to have too much answers for Jacob Malkoun, and we've seen Jacob Malkoun in his last two fights, he took a very different approach. You know, I believe his UFC debut, he got a really crazy knockout, whereas his last two wins have been by decision, and it's mainly been by grappling. So it's an interesting decision for him to sort of, you know, switch this approach up. I think he's definitely got potential. I think he's definitely got good power in his hands. I definitely think he could have potentially finished Abdul Razak Alhassan in the fight, but I think he chose a very smart game plan and just wanted to take him down, as I say, neutralise that power, don't give any sort of advantage or any opportunity for Razak Alhassan to counter. So as I say, very strategic, good win for Jacob Malkoun. As for what's next for Abdul Razak Alhassan, you know, I believe he's coming off three losses in a row. I think maybe next, I think pair him up with a high level grappler. You know, maybe Gerald Mearshot. I know that might be a bit of a weird one, or maybe vice versa. Maybe give Jacob Malkoun Gerald Mearshot, but we'll get on to Gerald Mearshot's fight in a bit. But just going on to the co-main event, Andre Olofsky versus Chase Sherman. This was probably my favourite fight of the night. You know, I'm not gonna lie, this was very entertaining, very close fight. Andre Olofsky, again, he really showed his experience, his true grittiness, his vetness. He never looked tired, never really took a back step. There were times where Chase Sherman had him hurt, but, you know, Andre Olofsky, he bounced back, took his time, he was landing some really clean shots. Definitely had Chase Sherman hurt times throughout the fight. I believe he landed several low calf kicks that really hurt Chase Sherman. You could tell he was backing up, and, you know, it was irritating him. So as I say, very good win for Andre Olofsky. I definitely think he's still got fight left in him, but I do think when he starts catching up to more sort of talented side of the heavyweight division, you know, with the Rosen strikes and the Aspinalls, the sort of elite level sort of up and coming contenders. I think that's where he kind of falls short of that. I know he's got wins over Carlos Philippi and Tanabosa, but previous to fighting Olofsky, those guys never really faced anyone like him. Where you know Tom Aspinall, he looked insanely impressive against Andre Olofsky. Again, not really having really much UFC experience, and go there and get the finish on Andre the way he did was very impressive. But just getting back to Olofsky's performance in this, as I say, looked very sharp, looked very quick too. I believe he's 42 and he still looks really quick for a heavyweight. He was, as I say, some of his jabs and his combinations were really good, you know, to the body, to the head, just really solid combinations. You know, Chase Sherman, as I say, he had his moments in the fight where he was walking Olofsky down and looked like he was going to go in for that knockout. But as I say, very close fight. They were very even in terms of striking. As I said, I was scoring Andre Olofsky because I just thought he was a bit more effective, a bit more accurate in his shots. But as I say, very entertaining fight. My favourite fight of the night. Great fight. But moving on to the main event, we had Robert Whittaker versus Kelvin Gastelum. And as I say, this was a very entertaining fight. Good, dominant performance from Robert Whittaker. Just as I say, this is exactly what he needs to do. Just keep on picking these up-and-coming contenders. I know Gastelum's no up-and-coming contender, but just keep on picking these names off in the middleweight division. Keep on proving to Adesanya that he's not going anywhere. He's here to stay. He wants to get that belt back, and I definitely think he deserves a title shot after this win. You know, no disrespect to Kelvin. Kelvin showed a lot of heart in this fight. He never really took a back step. He came forward every second of the way. He landed some really clean shots on Whittaker. Couldn't get a takedown on him, but he landed some really clean shots on Whittaker. As I say, had him hurt. His face was a bit bloody. So, as I say, a really solid performance from Gastelum. Showed a lot of heart, as he always does. He's got an iron chin. There were times where Whittaker, you know, was piecing him up with that combination he does, you know, that 1-2 followed by a high kick. So there's definitely times where Whittaker had him hurt, had him backing up, but again, Gastelum's got that iron chin. He's got that Mexican grit to him where he just won't go away. But yeah, very entertaining fight. Great game plan from Whittaker. Just as I say, what he's been doing recently is just mixing up his MMA game, just sort of striking and grappling. So he's really just proven that he's a great all-round fighter. As I say, definitely deserves the belt next. I think if it's not Adesanya next, then maybe give him Costa again. I don't really want to see the Vettori fight because I don't think Vettori did anything that impressive to really deserve a number one contender fight. But that being said, as I say, very good win for Robert Whittaker. Happy to see him continue to get the win. As I say, the combinations that, as the 1-2 to the high kick, very effective in this fight. Is grappling, some of the trips that he's able to get on a big, strong dude like Gastelum, that couldn't have been easy. So hats off to Whittaker. Showed his strength, showed his heart, showed his desire to be champion again. So great win for old Whittaker. But just talking about some of the prelims that I enjoyed watching, we had the return of Gerald Meerschaert versus this Fabinski. I can't say his first name, but this Polish fighter. Gerald Meerschaert got it done quite quickly. His name Bartosz Fabinski, but yeah, Gerald Meerschaert got it done the first round by guillotine. Very impressive. I believe Fabinski shot in for a takedown. Gerald Meerschaert got the counter with the guillotine. So very good win for Meerschaert. Happy to see him back in the win column. He's got a ton of UFC experience. Now he's also got the most submission wins in middleweight history, not just even in UFC, in middleweight history, which is absolutely insane. So just a great win for Meerschaert, and he's made history, which is awesome. So another good fight that I want to talk about is Tony Gravely versus Anthony Birchak. But I'd say very entertaining fight. Good brawl though. In the first round, Gravely sat Anthony down towards the end of the first round, and then got the TKO in the second. So very good win, Tony Gravely. Great way to open up the main card with a KO. So yeah, as I say, some really solid night of fights. So some of the fights, I'm not gonna lie, guys, they're a bit boring. Some of them were a bit on the prelims. But solid fights in terms of grappling. Got a great display of MMA, you know what I mean? So a really solid card. I hope you guys really enjoyed the video. If you could please like, subscribe. I also did a Jake Paul versus Ben Askren fight reaction. So if you guys haven't checked that video, I'll leave a link in the description. But yeah, guys, peace.
Oh, nice land there with the punch. You see, he's taking it. Oh!
He's in trouble. He's hurt bad. big body kick lands.
And now he lands a combination. Well, not good body language from his opponent here, DC. He's curled up.
No, he's exhausted. He's been beaten.
A lot of top pressure being applied here. 30 seconds now to go in round one. Oh, nicely done there as he escapes back to his feet.
Big punch lands over the top. How's he going to follow this one up?
Let's focus.
Oh, nice straight there. I guess that's the quickest way to the target, right? Just throw straight. Get the head kick home, and now his opponent in a world of trouble.
Such a sneak.
Are you ready? You ready?
Second round underway.
Yes, sir. That's what I'm talking about. Keep
Nice
doing it
defense
again.
there.
Do it
Huge
again.
block. Oh, tags him with that uppercut. Now we'll see if he can follow it up.
Great punch. What does he follow that uppercut with next time?
Now, oh,
he
and a
lands
quick
it so
entry.
effectively.
Great
Great single entry. Rotates the high crotch. He's taking it for a ride.
Oh, and he escapes up to his feet. Very nice. Massive head kick.
You're fine. Let's recompose and let's get going now.
Oh, and he gets tagged. Nice combination there, and might not be a bad idea for the opposition to just tweak that head off the center line.
He was landing one before. Now he's throwing.
Changes levels now, DC.
Oh, man, he was in a single, got to a high crotch.
Oh!
Takes him for a ride. What a fantastic takedown.
And he is back up to his feet. Oh!
Oh, he's hurt bad. He's hurt bad, John. He's got to press him. He's got to go chase that finish down now.
Oh, straight right.
Good shot. Good shot.
All right, so a nice job there. Maybe the best strike he's thrown tonight.
The biggest.
Quick level change now.
He went single into a high crotch. Oh, he's taking his dude for a ride.
Back to the feet. 35 total strikes have now landed for Rafael dos Anjos. And connecting with 75% accuracy against RDA. Oh, beautiful combination of jabs there by Rafael dos Anjos.
Protect your face. Hands up.
Stuffs that takedown attempt without issue.
Oh, dude's hurt. Serve him up. Go get him.
Oh! Oh! Huge right hand!
Now look at him jumping in to try to get the finish.
Unbelievable! And that'll do